Okay, so today we're going to talk about KV Core and and how to get your money's worth out of KV Core and get the most out of it. It is really useful. It is a really useful tool, but it's only useful if you use it. Otherwise, it's worthless. If you don't use it, it doesn't do anything for you. And it can do a lot for you. One thing about KV Core that I'm finding is the more I use it, the easier it is to use. I've used a lot of different CRM tools through the years, all the way from starting when I started in real estate. I used a product called Goldmine as my CRM, and then I've used all different models of CRM since then, so this is the latest one that I'm using. But what I found is there's a learning curve with every single CRM, because you have to learn where things are and how they show up and things of that sort in order to get the most out of it. So the more you use it, the more you're going to get out of it what you want to get out of it. But I would say, habits are key to using a CRM. You need to get in the habit of using it on a regular basis. So one of the recommendation that I have for your CRM, whether it's KV Core or you're using a different CRM, you should practice logging into that CRM every day, every morning, and look for the things that you need to do for that particular day. And just get used to using your CRM every single day. And that will get you in the habit of thinking about your CRM, thinking about what it can do for you, and will help you be more productive. Keep in mind too, with KV Core, there is a mobile app, so you can use the CRM from your phone. So you can take it with you. You don't have to use it strictly on the desktop. And right here on the page, you can see you can download the mobile app right from here. You could go to the App Store for whichever device you're using, whether it be Apple or Android. You can also download it from their app stores.
Can you make that bigger, Jim?
Can I make it bigger? Oh, sure. Yeah, I can make it big. There. Does that help? That's full screen. So right up here where it's going on and off here, that's where you get the mobile app right there. Now, this just gives you a shot, a quick shot of what's going on with your accounts and things of that sort. Now, because I'm not an active agent from the standpoint of I'm not trying to build my real estate business. I'm trying to help you guys build your real estate business. And so I don't take leads. I give them to you. So as a result of that, I don't have as much activity on my page as some of you might on your pages. But one of the things that I always do when I come in the morning is the first thing I do is I look up my notifications. So up here in the upper right here where it has a little check box, these are your notifications, and it shows me what I need to do. Okay, so I can see that I've got a couple of past due things here. I'm past due on sending out a purchase anniversary card, and I'm past due on setting an appointment, lunch appointment. I'm also past or due today. There's this call to set a lunch appointment with Jim Broker Owner. This is my little test account. So I use it to test different ways of using it. And if you're not sure how the system's going to respond to things, a good thing to do is set up a little test account for yourself that you can play with. And that way, everything that happens to that, you're going to know about because it's you. But it also shows me then tasks that I have due tomorrow, and then some upcoming tasks down here. So it has things in it that will keep me up to date on things that are going on. So when you log in the morning, that's a good discipline to get in to see what tasks that you have set for yourself. And with that, this is a good task manager because you can schedule tasks for yourself and you can get things, remind yourself of things that you need to do. So we're going to talk about the different aspects of KV Core. First of all, it is a CRM. And you've got contacts in here, and so you can reach your contacts by just clicking on up here under Smart CRM Contacts. It probably, well, mine has all of your contacts as well as mine. But if I click on my contacts, you may just have my contacts, I'm guessing, which are your own. But these are all my contacts that I've loaded in. I did upload these from a different CRM that I was using. I was using Exact Contact prior to this CRM. And I think the CRM is a little bit better than Exact Contact. Although I did like, Exact Contact had a ready-made, we call it newsletter for me that it would send out automatically. So I did like that about Exact Contact, but other than that, it was a little bit clunky, and their website wasn't near as good. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but it's a CRM. So that means that you can, for any of these accounts, so let me go down here, my little test account here. Gem broker owner. Okay. This is my little test account. And when you pull up one of your contact records, you get this screen first. And this is your timeline screen. And it just shows you different things that are going on. So it shows you what your next task is. It shows you what has been done in the past here. It gives you different things that are going on. You know, on June 5th, I added a hashtag for a client, and et cetera. So it enables me to get a snapshot of what's going on with this account. And right from here, I can add a note. I can send an email to this person. I could do a voicemail drop if I had a valid phone number. I don't for this one yet. So there's different things that I could do right from this screen to work with this account. And I've got tabs up here. So I've got a timeline, I've got a profile details, alerts, files, transactions, and tasks. So if I go to profile details, which is the next tab, this is all the information about the client. And so it gives all the information that I put in here. And you can say I don't have a cell phone in there, but I could put one in just by going to edit details. And then I can come in here and put my cell phone in. So let's say my cell phone is 317-555-1212. And so I can put that in as my cell phone, save changes. And now that's in there. So it gives me quite a bit of things that I can do. I can have home preferences in here, what kind of home they're looking for, additional contact information for them. I can put the birthdays in here, and I can determine whether to send a birthday email or text based on when the birthday is. And so there's information in here that I can use. I can also have the last close date. So if they already bought a property, this is the date they closed it. And so I can check this. This is just a tab on off to send anniversary email text. So on the anniversary of this transaction, they will get either an email or a text from me, depending on what information is in here. So that's the profile details part. Then you have alerts. So if you have set up an alert for this client using the KV Core website, using your website, or if they have set one up for themselves, you will see that right here. And so you can see what houses they've been looking at, what has been coming up in their search, and things of that sort right here in this alert section. And so it's going to give you a rundown on what's going on, what kind of properties they're seeing. And you know, if you're seeing properties in here and they're not calling you for showings, then you might want to find out, you know, do you have the right search parameters? Are they not liking what they're seeing? You know, why aren't they reaching out to you? And then you have files. This is where you can store files that if you're using Google, you can sync this to your Google Documents, and this would show your files here. I don't use Google Docs, but you can use that. Transactions, again, if you have a transaction going, it would show in here. You can create a transaction just by hitting this button here, but this is a way for you to track your transactions. And then tasks, which I think is the most important thing, is it shows you have one task due today, and you don't have any past due. There's no upcoming, so there's just the one task, and it's due today. To add a task, you just hit the add task button and it pulls up your ability to add a task. It's real easy to do. You just have to give it a title. So whatever, maybe this is, I want to send them an email. So, and I pick a date and time to do it. So let's say I want to do it on the 8th. And I pick that, and then what time of day do I want to do it? Well, I've got right now 10 a.m., so that's okay. We'll do it then. Sign it to yourself. It's always the default is to sign it to yourself. And then you can put any details in here about what you're calling about. So you could put in here, send an email to see if they are seeing properties they want to see. So you could just type a note to yourself about why you're sending this email, and then you add it to your task. And so now I have one due today and I have one upcoming. The one I have due today says call to set lunch appointment. And I made a little note for myself here that this person bought lunch last time, and his son is graduating from high school in June. So when I call to set the lunch appointment, I can ask about those things. It reminds me that that's information that I have. Now, once you've got something set up, you can call them, you can edit it, you can snooze it, you can mark it as completed, and then add a new task. So that's how tasks work. So it's a ready-made CRM. That's the typical thing that just about all CRMs do, is allow you to schedule those kind of things and keep up with information about your client. Because the more clients you have, the harder it is to remember everything that's going on in their life and in your life and in your friends' lives and et cetera. So this is a good way to keep that. And I would even suggest setting up a contact record for all your friends in here so that you can keep up with them, even though maybe they're not necessarily a real estate client at that point. The second thing that is a really powerful tool that you have in KV Core is listings and your marketing capability with Core Listing Machine. So if you come down here to marketing and you go to Core Listing Machine, the Core Listing Machine, it's going to show you all the things that are prepared for you automatically. The cool thing about Core Listing Machine is you don't have to do anything for this. It all happens automatically. And you'll receive an email telling you, so when you enter your listing into the BLC, later that day or the next day, you will receive an email from KV Core letting you know that your marketing material, your website, and et cetera, has been prepared for you. And that's an email that you could forward to your listing clients, or you could copy the links and send to them. But it's going to be something that you can use and to market the listing. So let's just take a look at this listing here that I just put in, which is over there in River Glen, called Dyke Drive. If I go to view, okay, it's going to show me, first of all my links. So here's a branded link, here's an unbranded link, here's a strict unbranded link. So if your MLS doesn't like the unbranded one, you can use the strict one. But you have a branded and unbranded link that goes for a virtual tour. It automatically prepares that for you. It prepares a gallery of pictures for you. It gives you lead bee information. It gives you a QR code for your property. And it generates a video for you. So if you down here, this little symbol here looks like YouTube. It is YouTube. So you click on that and it will bring up your video. And so here's the video that it prepared and posted to YouTube for my listing. I didn't do anything for this. It was all automatic. And my bandwidth is maybe not what it should be with in a Zoom call. So this should come up in a minute. There we go. And it's playing music. You probably aren't hearing it because I didn't optimize for video, but at any rate, it puts my video up there and my YouTube video. Whoops. Clicked out of the page for that. Okay, so at any rate, when I'm in here viewing, I've got all the information on here. I can also go in here and I can edit the listing information. I can add a banner. I can set up my tour preferences and look at tour stats, how many people have viewed it. I can control my marketing automation. One of the things it does while you have a listing, it prepares posts for you to post to your social media with your listing, and then a link that goes back to this. So this is all done for you marketing, and it's a great tool to let your when you're trying to win a listing, you can use this, the fact that you have this tool available to let them know all the things you're going to do to market their listing. And the cool thing is for you, now you don't want to tell them that this is all done automatically for you. Let them think that you did all this work on your own. But this is a great tool, and it's all automatic. So you don't have to do anything to do this unless you want to edit and change it. So for instance, you might want to go in and change the order of pictures. Maybe you want different pictures to come first in your video or in whatever. You can even create or edit a floor plan on here. So there's lots of things you can do with your core listing machine, and that is included in your KV Core subscription. So take advantage of that. Like I say, you should be receiving, if you have a listing, then you should be receiving this information when it's set up. If you're not, then you want to reach out to our tech people at Realty World to make sure that you're set up properly and connected to the BLC and et cetera, because that all this information that comes for these for the core listing machine comes from MyBore, from the Connect BLC. So that's how you access that. Any questions on Core Listing Machine? Okay, I'm going to continue on then to some other parts of the KB Core platform here. And the next thing are websites. You have websites, and so I'm going to access the websites here. Now, I have a listing of everybody's website. When you get a KB Core subscription, a website is automatically created for you. But these websites can be tailored to what you want them to do. So, for instance, on my website, this is my website here, jjordan.realtyworld.com. Usually it's your first initial and last name, .realtyworld.com. Now you can have your own domain and have it forwarded to this. You can just use domain forwarding to forward it to this domain that's already prepared for you. But when you click on your website, it's going to pull it up here and show you all the different things you can do with your website. And of course, front and center is a search bar so that people can search. There's an area for your bio, information about you, services that are available right here, and then what's your home worth. This is designed to generate listings for you, and then featured areas that you do business in. So these are the featured areas that I want to feature. You can adjust these according to what you'd like them to be. And so it has lots of information here. It shows our listings, and it shows area listings as well, not just our listings. And so, and then it has a blog down here, so you can have a blog posting as well. So you've got a fully featured website here, and these websites, these personal websites, are designed for lead generation, to produce leads for you. Now, how good they are at producing leads for you depends on how good you are at using your website. So first of all, you have to make sure everything on your website works, that all your information is current and updated, and that you've taken the time to learn how to make this thing work. The second thing you need to do then is you need to promote the website for it to be a lead tool for you. And there's a variety of ways that you can do that. One of the least expensive ways is using social media. And so using social media, you can promote any one of these pages. So if you click on anything, research local market reports, if you click on that, get free report, it pulls up the page for that, and it gives you a little search bar here so that you can figure out what area you want to report on, and et cetera. Well, you can copy. Hang on a sec. Well, hey, Lisa. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So you probably need to change that. I'm in the middle of our Tuesday at 10 call here. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. I had Lisa calling in. And so at any rate, if you wanted to use this page, you can just copy the URL right up here, and you could advertise that then on social media, and people could click on that and go here and put in an area to get a market research report for their area. And you'll be notified about that. and it will generate a lead for you. You could also run an ad on social media. Ads on Facebook are pretty inexpensive to run, and you can determine who your audience is going to be for advertising. You can determine your ad spend and things of that sort on Facebook. And so that's another way to promote your website. So again, it's not going to produce any leads for you unless you do take the time to use it. But the KV Core websites are designed to produce leads, and most of the people using them are using them to generate leads for themselves. And you can also pay KV Core. They will generate leads for you using your KV Core website. That's an additional paid for tool that you have available, but you can certainly use KV Core. They do have lead services for that. So you can use it for lead generation. That's one of the things you can use it for. And you can use it for blogging. So it has built into it a blog, which is down here towards the bottom of the page. And so if you wanted to have a blog post, you can do that. If you click on it, it takes you to your blog posting. And if remember when I did the session on chat GPT, I had it write me a blog posting for May. And so this is the blog posting. With this posting was actually written by chat GPT. So you can get it to write. Now I picked the photo, but it wrote all this text for me. So it's real easy to do a blog post using that. So you have the capability of doing a blog with your KV Core website, and that's one of the products that are included in here. By the way, to get to that, if you come down here to Web and IDX, you see website blog. This is where you go to do a blog post. It takes you to a page. It shows you all your current ones, and you can just add a post by clicking the green button right here to add a blog post. So it's very easy to do. And there's training available on here. So if you go to your dashboard here, and right here is going to be training classes, and you can just view the learning portal right here. They've got tons of training put out by KV Core. They've got courses in here that you can take. Now, you can also, if there's something you want to do with KV Core, if you go on YouTube and you put anything in that you want to do with KV Core, you will find a multitude of videos out there that have been prepared by different organizations. You'll find a lot of EXP Realty post videos out there, because EXP supplies the KV Core to their agents, and so you'll see a bunch of offices and managers that have done training and posted them up there, so you can take advantage of all the training that's out there. It doesn't have to be Realty World Indy training. KV Core works the same whether you work for EXP or Realty World Indy. There's a ton of videos on there on how to produce leads using your KV Core website. So training is available right here on the website that is produced by KV Core, but you can also go to YouTube and get training that's been produced by other EXP locations or other people that are using KV Core. So there you go. Any questions that you have? I'm going to stop the recording here, or yeah, I'm going to stop my recording. I can figure out how to do it. Stop recording, there we go. Okay, so